To the girl I never was, but killed in the process of realizing that. Dear dead name. Your long red hair is still woven between the spines of my old hairbrush, which I do not use but can't throw out because it still has something of you left. What can I say? I'm sentimental. Even though I thought you were gone, apparently the world still sees you before it sees me. Sometimes I catch a glimpse of you in car windows. I do a lot of double takes. I still have a lot of your old makeup. Sometimes I play with it, imagine you accidentally, and feel guilt tumble into my stomach like a hope landslide. I have pictures of us visiting 3 years ago. I still like your lipstick though, you had good taste. I get told I would have looked better as you by family whose eyes scream their mindset of mourning in the wake of your death. They want you back so badly, they still buy you dresses for Christmas gifted to me. They want you back so badly, but fuck those people, they never knew you. They never even knew. You never liked dresses in the first place, dear dead name. I'm sorry I had to force you away for me to exist. I never imagined the possibility of your death out there. You died slowly, quietly. A lot of people still don't know. I'm sorry, every day my mind is still stuck on the idea of pawning your belongings away. I want to sell your hips, regift your soft cheeks, destroy your high voice. I want to place your breasts in a box, keep them on the top shelf of my closet, and maybe give them to someone who needs them in the same way I need them. Gone, dear dead name. I am so fucking not sorry. Every moment I'm alive is a second. You would have killed yourself. I know you tried more than once. You tried to destroy me even though I was inevitable. There was evidence of me in the bandages you wore to bed, on your chest and on your wrists. My ribs suffered for you. I still cannot breathe properly and my rib cage is fucking weird shaped. I wrote the first half of your name in the steam on my mirror, just to remember how the letters felt at my fingertips. I could not finish because I could feel you trying to force your way out of my eyes as liquid memory. Dear dead name, what I am trying to say here is I never hated you. You did a lot for me. And as I get closer to myself, you get further away. Sometimes I still think of the children you'll never have, of the life you will never live, of every person who will never love this body because they see it only as a fetish, as a mistake. I still ask myself if I was right to put you out of your misery.
Because issues involving lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender youth, or LGBT, have been more prevalent in the last decade, so has the research. This research states that many LGBT youth report verbal, sexual, and physical harassment, assault, social exclusion, isolation, and other interpersonal issues with their peers. Most of this research indicates that the milieu of most U.S. middle and high schools are not as supportive and safe as they should be. These experiences are related to increased absences by LGBT youth after feeling uncomfortable and unsafe in school. It has also been related to increased discipline problems, lower level of school engagement, and lower level of academic achievement. As if this isn't enough, these negative experiences within the school climate have been linked to an increase in risky behaviors, such as substance abuse, attempted suicide, and other psychological effects, such as depression and low self-esteem for these LGBT students. Something even more interesting is that transgender youth are grouped in with this LGBT status, but may not benefit from interventions that are specifically designed for gay, lesbian, and bisexual individuals. Though these minorities are grouped together, we as a society often fail to research and try to understand what each group is going through individually. There are simple things to do to help transgender individuals fit in and feel more comfortable in their own skin. This is a luxury many of us are blessed to have. These things include being more open and accepting of others, using proper pronouns, and being supportive overall. Your actions do make a difference. But as professionals in the counseling field, what can we do? After taking a look at the ACA's competencies for counseling transgender clients, a few major things stood out. We should affirm that all persons have the potential to live full functioning and emotionally healthy lives throughout their lifespan, while embracing the full spectrum of gender identity and expression, gender presentation, and gender diversity beyond the male-female binary. We should work hard to be informed of the various ways of living constantly with one's gender identity, which may or may not include physical or social gender transition, and how this may affect transgender individuals throughout their development. We should recognize that the normative development tasks of many transgender individuals may be complicated or compromised by one's self-identity and/or sexual confusion, anxiety and depression, suicidal ideation and behavior, non-suicidal self-injury, substance abuse, academic failure, homelessness, internalized transphobia and trans prejudice, SID or HIV infection, addiction, and/or other mental issues. We should identify transgender-positive resources that address multiple identities of transgender people. We should work hard to be aware that although a client is transgender and may have gender-related concerns, the client's primary concern or reason for seeking counseling services may not be related to gender identity or gender dysphoria. We should acknowledge that although gender identities and expressions are unique to individuals, they can vary greatly among or across different populations of transgender people. Further, a transgender client's gender identity and/or expression may evolve across their lifespan. And lastly, we should work to create a welcoming, affirming environment for transgender individuals and their loved ones by creating a counseling space that affirms transgender people's identities.